to another exciting lesson in the world of trigonometry. Here we are. I want you to pause the video right now before we begin and solve this triangle. Find the unknown length. Okay, how'd you do? So first of all, you should have identified that we're using sine to solve this triangle because we do not have the adjacent, therefore sine is our option. So we set it up, opposite over hypotenuse, and then we solve, so we have 8 divided by sine of 47, making sure that our calculator's in degree mode, we divide and we get 10.9386. So when in doubt, when you do not know how to round to 4 decimal places. That is typically a good number and gives a good amount of accuracy to our problems, all right? So that is nothing new. I mean, we've solved triangles like that before. We've looked at application problems using right triangles. But now we're moving away from right triangles back into a geometry land, guys, and we're looking at general triangles, meaning any triangle. These triangles can be right triangles. These triangles can be obtuse and acute as well, all right? So we have in this unit 2 laws that we're going to discuss. So the first law that we're going to discuss is the law of sine. Some people say it's law of sines, having an S on the end, but law of sine I don't think really matters. So we have some general triangle. So let's draw a triangle right here. And we're going to label our vertices capital A, capital B, and capital C. Having capital letters on the vertices are very important for our notation because lowercase letters are going to be placed opposite of the angle, meaning that lowercase a is going to be placed opposite of angle A, lowercase c opposite of angle C, lowercase b opposite of angle B. So the law of sine states that if we take the sine of an angle and divide it by its corresponding side, so this would be A, that it is equal, the decimal value that we get here, that it is equal to each of the other ratios. So sine of B divided by its length and sine of C divided by its length. Okay, this is the law of sine. Typically, you're not going to have 3 fractions. Most often, you'll have just 2, where one of these 4 pieces you will not know. And if you do not recognize this, it's going to be a cross multiplication problem. Okay, so a couple of things that we need to know before continuing on here with law of sine. We have some requirements. So this, let's write down some needed information. So in order to use law of sine, for us to have a problem that we can utilize this, we need to have 2 angle measures. So the first situation is we have 2 angle measures with the included side. Okay, and the other situation is 2 angle measures with the non-included side. So I'm going to throw some geometry terms out. You're going to see this, you're going to freak out because this is going to bring back possibly bad memories, scary memories of geometry, but it's okay. We're not really in geometry right now, we're just revisiting it for a short time. So 2 angles with an included side, that can be written as ASA, angle, side, angle. And then 2 angles with a non-included side, we saw that as angle, angle, side. So we know what this means. If I look at a situation, I have 2 angle measures and then a side length, it doesn't matter where, as long as I have 2 angle measures, this law can be used. All right. Now there are other combinations. Remember, side, 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 angle, side, side. Maybe there's another law for that. Okay. So here, knowing that this is our requirements, 2 angles and an included side, let's look at a problem. So what if we have the measure of angle A is 27 degrees, measure of angle C is 43 degrees, and length A is 15 millimeters. So I'm going to give you three tips in this lesson to help you with this problem, this kind of problem, utilizing law of sine. The first tip is, well, given what we have here, draw yourself a triangle. And most often, it's not going to be, I'm not going to do this to scale. I'm not going to do this to scale. I'm just going to draw a triangle, label my vertices, and go from there. So we have angle A is 27 degrees. Angle C is 43 degrees. Length A, now what we have to remember is that the lengths are opposite of the angles. So length A is 15 millimeters, and we desire to know length C. Okay, so tip 1, draw a triangle. Tip 2, find the third angle measure. Okay, so here we're going to find the third angle measure, knowing that the three angles have to total to what again? All right, that's 180. So you have to have three angles that total to 180. We take away the 27, we take away the 43. Doing that quick math, we find that we get 110 degrees. All right, so that is our angle B. All right, so moving on now, that's step 2, find the third angle measure. Step 3, pair up, meaning we're going to pair up the angle measure with the side length. So I'm going to pair up 27 with the 15. Now, I'm not going to pair 110 up with anything because we're not focused on this side length. So we're going to pair up 43 with the side length that we care about. All right? And with that pair up, we can set up the law of sine that states that the sine of 27, when divided by its side length, is going to equal the sine of another angle divided by its side length. So we're going to put letter C here. Okay? Now, this is a proportion where we cross multiply. So we cross multiply and we divide by the remaining. So we're going to be multiplying 15 times sine of 43 and dividing that by sine of 27. Okay? When we type this into the calculator, a couple of things that I'm going to suggest to you. Begin this by placing a parenthesis. Okay, so parenthesis 15 sine. It is going to insert another parenthesis right here. You type in 43. We have to close that parenthesis with the 43 and close the parenthesis that's in the front. And then we can divide by 27. So let me show you what this looks like, guys. So we have here. So parenthesis, 15 sine, yes, we're in degree, good. 43, see it opened up on the parenthesis, 43, close it, and divide by sine of 27. Okay? Yes, we could do possibly alpha, y equals, and get our own fraction bar. Sure, why not? But not all calculators have that capability. So knowing how to place the parentheses is very important. And when in doubt, round to 4 decimal places. So we see here we get approximately 22.5335 millimeters. And that's it. That's using law of sine to find an unknown length. Let's look at another. So measure of angle A equals 37, measure of angle B is 104, and we have length C. All right, let's draw a triangle. I like the shape of this. Oh, it's really nice. It's a really nice triangle. A, B, C. Okay, so angle A, 37. Angle B, 104. Length C. So length C is opposite of angle C, so 17 centimeters. Okay? And that's what we have. And we want to find length A, which is opposite of A. All right. That was tip 1. Tip 2. Find that third angle measure. And when in doing so, when we find this third angle measure, we find that it is 39 degrees. All right. Yeah, because this would be 141. Yep, 39 degrees, and that's our angle C. So in the previous example where that third angle was not used, here it is needed, because 39 degrees I need to pair up with the side length that we have, okay? And then we are gonna have 37 and pair it with our desired length. So we have sine of 39 over its length equals sine of 37 over our desired length of A. Again, cross multiply. So we're cross multiplying here. Go ahead and take a moment and you set it up and place it into our calculator. So how'd you do? So you have 17 sine 37 divided by sine 39. Place that into our calculator, we get 16.2570. I believe it's maybe like 699, which is how we're getting this 7. So again, not bad. Law of sine can be really straightforward and simple to use as long as we get our diagram correct and follow these 3 tips that I'm giving you. This is golden, guys. This is golden stuff. Very good stuff to work with and very good stuff to use. So look at our last problem, changing it up just slightly. So let's draw our triangle. Okay, so angle A, 47. All right, length A, 20 inches. Length C is 12 inches. We want to find angle measure of C. Interesting. Okay. So if I'm looking for angle C, that means I can't find this third angle measure. All right, that changes things slightly. So let's pair up. So we can pair up 47 with its side length. Okay. And we're going to pair up angle C with the side length that we know here. So it's going to look like sine of 47 over 20 equals sine of C over 12. Okay, so our unknown section is right here. So when we cross multiply, we're gonna have sine of C equaling something. When we cross multiply, we get 12 times sine of 47 divided by 20. Place our parentheses. Okay. We place this into the calculator and we get approximately, let's see, 12 sine of 47 divided by 20. We're getting 0.4388, okay, but that is the sine of C, meaning that we need to find the angle measure that gives us this ratio, so that leads us to saying, oh, it's arc sine of 0.4388. So the measure of angle C is approximately, using our arc sine feature, so second sine of 0.4388, and we get an angle measure of 26.0273 degrees. So again, not bad. It changed slightly because we needed to find an angle measure, and with finding an angle measure, we had to use arc sine. But law of sine, you're using only sine. Yes, it is always sine. So let's close up here with our tips, writing this down. So tip 1, draw a triangle. Tip 2, find the third angle. Tip 3, pair up. Pair up your angles with their side lengths. And from there, after you have everything paired up, then you're going to set it up and then solve it. So best of luck to you practicing this. We are going to practice this first before we apply it to application problems. So good luck, guys, as you continue on after this video, after this lesson, and I will see you in the next.